Hello, my name is Charlie and welcome back to the Snail Galaxy. Today I'm just going to be talking about how I make my thumbnails. I use two apps. I use VSCO and PixArt, and I've screen recorded the process of making a thumbnail on my phone, so I'm just going to watch it back and talk through it now. Thank you for joining me. So first I open VSCO because it edits the colors and all, and then I add in other things. With VSCO I edit the individual photos, so I'm pressing the plus button there, and then I'm getting photos from my camera roll, importing them, and then taking them from my studio on VSCO and editing them. So the filter I always use is C1. It's the first one under the vibrant category that will show up, and I tend to turn it down a little bit because it's very saturated. I often add more exposure to photos, but for this thumbnail I decided not to because it took away a lot of the color and stuff, and I took it in a really bright room. And now I'm adding a lot of saturation because I love bright colors so much, and you'll see that from the thumbnail of this video and from my other videos. And I always post my things to my VSCO account. When you post to VSCO, it automatically saves your photo to your camera roll, so I just do that. Follow me on VSCO if you want to, at Safe and Happy Galaxy. And I'd already edited this thumbnail before, but the screen recording got deleted because my phone ran out of memory. So I've already got the other photo, but I do the same settings for every photo that I put into the thumbnail. Now it's time for the PixArt section of this. I typically have two photos in all of my thumbnails, so you click the plus symbol at the bottom. I always choose collage and then grids, as you can see there, to add the two photos together super easily. Click on both of them from your camera roll. And then if you slide along, scroll along, you can see the different types of collages you can have. And make sure, there's an ad, make sure you click ratio 16:9 if you're making a YouTube thumbnail, because that's the size of a YouTube thumbnail. It's different from an Instagram picture, etc. And then I add the background. It gives you this automatic framing, and I really like the size of that. And then I just pick a color for it that I think matches. For this one I picked yellow. Yeah, the framing just pops up as soon as you do a collage, and I really like that. So then the next thing I add is the text or title of the thumbnail. So for this one, it's how I make my thumbnails, of course. Then I use the font Sigmar 1, and I choose a color for it, and I turn up the stroke all the way to 100. And I also turn up all the shadow, like all the opacity. I turn up all of that to make it as visible and legible as possible. And then I move the title to a place where it isn't covering up my face or any of the key parts of the thumbnail. So that's what I'm doing now. So then I open up sticker on this app, and I decided to choose the VSCO logo and the PixArt logo for this thumbnail, but there's so many stickers. You can have purple hair, mushrooms, it can be anything. They have everything. And then I just spend ages trying to size them correctly and make them look good, placement wise. So just move them around a bunch until you like how that looks. And then I tend to like to add either more stickers or typically emojis in other blank spaces in the thumbnail. So I added a butterfly, some sparkles, and a camera. I stopped recording then because it's just me spending ages moving them around, which is pretty self-explanatory. And now on to the last part. Once I'm done with placement and everything, I click next, I click save, and that's absolutely it. I have the app YouTube Studio downloaded on my phone, which allows me to set the thumbnail before I put my video on public. So when it uploads, that's the thumbnail that you see. Yeah, my camera's almost dead. Thank you so much for watching. Have a safe and happy day.